And what makes that dangerous, those 100-meter sprinters, Tom, is if they go out too fast in that first 100 and then they start feeling that fatigue in the last 50, someone like Sonia Richards-Ross can pick them off before they get to the line.
Here are the lane assignments. Sonia Richards-Ross is in lane 6, and just to her in Kimberlyn Duncan, the LSU Tiger who won her heat in 22.69. She is the two-time defending champion at 200 meters in the NCAA.
I'm a big Kimberlyn Duncan fan. I just feel like she has the talent as well as the physique for this event. I talked yesterday about the fact that she reminds me of my former training partner, Marie-José Perec of France, who did the double in Atlanta at 2 and 4. That's one of Sonia Richards-Ross's heroes in terms of her competitive spirit. So LSU versus Texas, 5 and 6.
There's the start and a false start as the gun sounds the second time.
And I think that's going to be Shalonda Solomon in lane 8. Now, Tom, she made the team last year and was 4th at the World Outdoor Championships in Daegu. And we have been pretty error-free there. Yeah. Shalonda Solomon. We've been pretty false start-free these trials. Let's see. Lane 8. Yeah.
Big flinch.
Huge flinch. And she has that look of someone who knows that her trials may have about 5 seconds left in her. No false start charged. She has been warned. And trust me, Tom, that is a big wipe of the sweat from the brow because they could have very easily disqualified the former University of South Carolina star.
Well, the new rule, if you're not familiar, 1 false start and you're out, but no false start charged here. Was it a distraction or something? Is that the ruling, you think?
Well, I don't know what case she pled, if she pled any, but here's the thing. Lolo Jones in the women's 100 hurdles final had a flinch. The reason why I felt like she was in real trouble, Shalonda, is because her foot came off of the blocks. But, you know, I think it's the sort of situation where these officials really don't want to throw anyone out in any country.
So Solomon remains ready to get back into the blocks.
And I can tell you, Tom, that will rattle her. That will rattle anyone who has come that close to being out of these trials. And she didn't make the 100-meter team, as Sonia Richards-Ross now has to get back in the blocks along with Kimberlyn Duncan in lane 5 behind her.
And refocus. And this is a fair start. Sonia Richards-Ross, Kimberlyn Duncan, and Solomon on the outside lane. Here's the home straightaway. Sonia Richards-Ross, Duncan right with her step for step, but now Richards-Ross surges to the front. It's Richards-Ross pulling away with Duncan in second place, and as you predicted, Solomon will stagger home last after being severely shaken by that near false start.
And look at that time, 22.15, a time that only she has run faster than this year. So Sonia Richards-Ross has just stamped herself as one of the favorites for this team. There she is in 6. And I talked about her running even splits. But when she is looking this good, Tom, in the first half of this 200, you can forget about it, because when everybody else is starting to tire, she has that 400-meter strength, and she is very unlikely to be passed late. As you see, she extends the lead heading to the line, and with almost no wind, 22.15, Sonia Richards-Ross looks like she is headed to a sub-22 performance if she can keep this up.
She has been superb, first in the 400 and now in the 200 here at the Olympic trials. 22.15. Duncan will automatically qualify as well. Freeman finished in 3rd. And coming up, more of the women's 200 semifinals. This time we'll see Carmelita Jeter and Allison Felix head-to-head.
Allison Felix to win
victory.
Sometimes you can have less of a good thing and not miss a thing. New Coca-Cola Mini. Time to get up, baby.
Last semifinal about to unfold with Allison Felix, Olympic silver medalist and world champion in the 200, but still no Olympic individual medal in the 200. She's looking for that individual gold.
And she has won the last 2 U.S. Olympic trials in this event.
And Carmelita Jeter, who already has made the U.S. team by winning the 100 meters.
And she has to be very happy with the lane draw, because that puts her in sight of Allison Felix pretty much the whole way.
Here are the lanes, with Jeter in lane 5 and Felix in lane 7. There they are.
Your mark. And into the blocks.
And everyone will have seen Sonia Richards-Ross's race. That's what we call in the sprint business a statement race. Sonia seeming to stamp herself as not only a favorite to make the team, but a favorite for the gold. The question is, do either Allison Felix or Carmelita Jeter want to answer that so that you give your competitor something to think about tonight as she goes to sleep?
On your mark.
I can tell you the 100-meter sprint is a lot more likely to do it.
Right.
I certainly would.
Again, Jetter's in 5 and Felix in 7. Top 2 automatically advance. Final will be tomorrow. And there's the gun. Allison Felix and Carmelita Jeter going head-to-head as they come off the turn and into the home straightaway. And Felix has the lead. Allison Felix in front as they come through the straightaway. Jetter's in second place. They're coming for the line, and Felix has a big lead. She's going to start to ease up. Allison Felix and Carmelita Jeter, 1-2, will automatically qualify from this semifinal heat.
Well, it all depends on how you make your statement, Tom. Allison Felix just made one, and she didn't even really try, because I think she saw how far ahead she was coming off of that turn and said, you know what? Nothing to prove here. There's no team to be made today.
Is the third place.
Felix is in lane 7, right here. And she really does a good job of separating early so you can back off late. Look at how she has disrupted that stagger. She comes off with about 2.5 meters lead over Carmelita Jeter, and now realizes, okay, I have enough of a lead where nothing to prove today, save it for tomorrow. A very comfortable 22.3, and she has to feel very confident about her chances as well going into tomorrow's final.
So here are the official results from this heat, with Allison Felix the winner in 22.30, and Carmelita Jeter was second. Tiffany Townsend finished third. So the semifinals have concluded here in the women's 200 meters. Looking forward to the final on Saturday. And let's take a look now at our Kellogg's Great Starts. Great things come from great starts.
And Tom, it seemed like there were so many who had great races yesterday, but today it was about those having fantastic starts around this half lap at Hayward Field. Sonia Richards-Ross, and then Allison Felix with a great start of her own, bringing along with her Carmelita Jeter in the brown and gold. And those two appear to be the contenders for the gold medal tomorrow in the final.
And so tomorrow's finals are set. Felix, Jeter, Richards-Ross. That should be something to see. And coming up, we'll have the 400-meter hurdles for women, and that means